Besides the fact that we now have our Hex Grip applicators back in stock, I'm also happy to tell you that we have our Single Soft Microfiber Towels back in stock. They are extremely plush, high quality, outlined in black stitching, no corners, and definitely no made in China tag anywhere. That's for sure, because they are made where all premium microfiber towels are made, Korea. Now, what else is a benefit for the Single Soft towel? If there's a little tiny piece of something that could hurt your clear coat on this towel, you can see it. We like white towels, and we like white towels because there's less chance of causing injury to your car with them. You can see little particles that can scratch your car. Then you go ahead, remove them, or you say, forget it, I'm not gonna risk it, throw it in the wash. So, welcome back Single Soft Towel, and I'm gonna show you how to use our Brilliant Glaze and the new Hex Grip right now, removing it with our Single Soft Towel. When you're applying a glaze or a polish or a wax by hand, especially when they're using one of our Hex Grip applicator pads, it's important to take a few things into consideration before you start your car. One, is it extremely clean? Two, did you already clay the finish? Clay removes surface contaminants. Next, when you go to apply a polish or a wax or a glaze to your Hex Grip applicator pad, is your applicator clean? Have you cleaned it out? Make sure that you clean these after each use. I like to use either our microfiber revitalizer or our all-purpose cleaner, rinse it out into the sink. When the water that's coming out of the applicator is completely clean again, then you know it's ready to be wrung out and set out to dry. If you use an applicator that's wet, recently cleaned, that means it's going to dilute your polish or your wax, and it's going to not work as well. So start with a clean applicator. Make sure you refer to our accessory cleaning video for more details on how to really well clean your applicator pads, your towels, and all the different things that you use to detail your car. So I've got a totally clean car. We've clayed it, we polished it. Now I want to throw a coat of glaze on it. And I just want to give a few tips on hand applying any product, but this time it's going to be our Brilliant Glaze. First, take your Brilliant Glaze, shake the heck out of it as I just did, and then apply just a little bit to your applicator pad. I always close the lid on the Brilliant Glaze. Always close the lid on the Brilliant Glaze. Why? Because you're gonna grab it, and you're gonna have to shake it again, and if you leave it open, you just shook Brilliant Glaze all over your car. So keep the lid closed. Now, when I do a panel, what I like to do is I like to outline the entire panel that I'm gonna polish or glaze, and then fill it in. The reason being, I don't want to put a whole bunch of product anywhere near the cracks. When you put product right inside the cracks, that means sometime when the product's all dry, you have to come back and remove it from all the cracks. And that's a pain. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and doesn't add any value. So I went around the outside of this panel. I'm doing a half a hood at a time, and then I filled it in. Notice I'm not going across the line here. I don't want to cross any gap. If I'm crossing a gap, what I'm doing is I'm putting product down inside that gap, and then instead of just removing it with a microfiber towel later, I have to pop the hood, open the door, open the fuel door, whatever it is, wherever I've crossed that line, and put product down inside. Now I jumped over the little crack there, and I'm going around the headlamp here. I just want to make sure, and then I always polish, wax, and glaze your headlamps. I just want to make sure what I'm doing is not filling any gap full of product, and that I'm fully coating the entire panel. People a lot of times have a question, do I want to go in circles? Do I want to go back and forth? When I go in circles, I can miss the inside of this circle. I can miss the inside of this circle and this circle. I like to go back and forth, not because I'm going to hurt it or not hurt it, just because I'm going to have a better coverage over the panel. Okay, now I'm done with that whole panel. I've got one fender and half the hood. That's about how much of the car that I like to do before removing the residue. So I'm going to use one of our Single Soft premium towels, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this residue. Well, that comes off very nice. And I'm also going to leave behind this line. I'm going to leave behind where I stopped. Why do I want to do that? I want to know where I stopped so that I can tell where to start when I continue glazing the other side of the hood. So make sure you don't take all of the residue off. Leave a little bit so that we know where we stopped. Outstanding. I'm going to keep going. You can watch or you can go glaze your car now.